My name is Doug Coltart. I'm a Zimbabwean lawyer. Just going to speak a little bit about some of the proposed constitutional amendments which government wants to implement. I think that the constitutional amendments are very bad for our country in terms of moving forward and protecting human rights and the rule of law in the country. First things first is, should we really be amending the Constitution at this stage? This is a document which was endorsed by over 93% of the electorate. It might have some issues, but let's implement it first rather than amending it, which government has failed to do. And I would say almost every single one of them is about the consolidation of the president's power, creating an imperial presidency rather than a proper democracy. Amendments around the judiciary. These are our courts. Now, an independent judiciary is essential to any democracy. But the effect of what these amendments will do is it will reduce the independence of the judges, of the courts, and increase the president's power over the judges. He does that in a number of ways. It removes provisions which would ensure that judges should, number one, go through a public interview process before they are appointed or promoted, and two, a process where an independent body called the Judicial Services Commission was meant to submit to the president a number of names from which he can select who is the best person. That gives a little bit of independence to the process. Now we want to do away with that whole process, and the president can simply promote or appoint whoever he wants while just consulting the JSC, but without having to receive those names. So the second thing which it does is it extends the tenure of judges. So at present they're meant to retire at 70, but now it's saying that they can continue in office beyond 70, but once a year the president can renew their contracts. Now what that means is that the president effectively has more control over those judges who are in that stage, because they'll be wanting to have their contracts renewed on a yearly basis. So those are some of the problems with the aspects affecting the judiciary.